Cheeky mic test.
precious in my stones. Let it rain, I hydroplane in the bank, coming down like a Dow Jones. When the clouds come, we gone. We Rockefellers, we fly higher than weather, and cheap vibes are better. You know me, in anticipation for precipitation, stack chips with a rainy day. Jay, Rain Man is back with Little Miss Sunshine. Rihanna, where you at?
You have my heart, and we'll never be worlds apart. Maybe in magazines, but you still be my star. Baby, 'cause in the dark, you can't see shiny cars. And that's when you need me there. With you, I'll always share. Because when the sunshine, we shine together. Told you I'll be here forever. Said I'll always be your friend. Took an oath, I'ma stick it out to the end. Now that it's raining more than ever, know that we'll still have each other. You can stand under my umbrella. You can stand under my umbrella. Ella, Ella, 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 fancy things will never come in between. You're part of my entity, here for infinity. When the world has took its part, when the world has dealt its cards, if the hand is hard, together we'll mend your heart. Because when the sunshine, we'll shine together. Told you I'll be here forever. Said I'll always be your friend. Took an oath, I'ma stick it out to the end. Now that it's raining more than ever, know that we'll still have each other. You can stand under my umbrella. You can stand under my umbrella. Ella, Ella, 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 you can run into my arms. It's okay, don't be alarmed. Come into me. There's no distance in between us. So gonna let the rain pour. I'll be all you need and more. Because when the sunshine, we shine together. Told you I'll be here forever. Said I'll always be your friend. Took an oath, I'ma stick it out to the end. Now that it's raining more than ever, know that we'll still have each other. You can stand under my umbrella. You can stand under my umbrella. Ella, Ella, 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 it's raining, raining. Oh, baby, it's raining, raining. Baby, come into me. Come into me. It's raining, raining. Oh, baby, it's raining, raining. You can always come into me. Come into me. It's pouring rain. It's pouring rain. Come into me. Come into me.
I've never seen a diamond in the flesh. I cut my teeth on wedding rings in the movies, and I'm not proud of my address. In a torn up town, no postcode envy, but every song's like gold teeth, grey goose dripping in the bathroom, bloodstains, ball gowns, trash in the hotel room. We don't care. We're driving Cadillacs in our dreams, but everybody's like crystal affair, and we'll never be royal. It's a run in our blood. That kind of luck's just ain't for us. We crave a different kind of buzz. Let me be your ruler. You can call me Queen Bee, and baby I'll rule. Let me live that fantasy. My friends and I, we've cracked the code. We count our dollars on the train to the party, and everyone who knows us knows that we're fine with this. We didn't come for money, but every song's like gold teeth, Grey Goose dripping in the bathroom, bloodstains, ball gowns, trash in the hotel room. We don't care. We're driving Cadillacs in our dreams, but everybody's like crystal, Maybach, diamonds on your timepiece, jet planes, islands, tigers on a gold leash. We don't care. We aren't caught up in your love affair, and we'll never be royal. It's a run in our blood. That kind of luck's just ain't for us. We crave a different kind of buzz. Let me be your ruler. You can call me Queen Bee, and baby I'll rule. Let me live that fantasy. We're better than we ever dreamed, and I'm in love with being queen. Life is great without a care. We aren't caught up in your love affair, and we'll never be royal. It's a run in our blood. That kind of luck's just ain't for us. We crave a different kind of buzz. Let me be your ruler. You can call me Queen Bee, and baby I'll rule. Let me live that fantasy.
We clawed, we chained our hearts in vain. We jumped, never asking why. We kissed, I fell under your spell of love. No one could deny. Don't you ever say I just walked away. I will always want you. I can't live a lie, running for my life. I will always want you. I came in like a wrecking ball. I never hit so hard in love. All I wanted was to break your walls. All you ever did was wreck me. Yeah, you wrecked me. I put you high up in the sky, and now you're not coming down. It slowly turned, you let me burn, and now we're ashes on the ground. Don't you ever say I just walked away. I will always want you. I can't live a lie, running for my life. I will always want you. I came in like a wrecking ball. I never hit so hard in love. All I wanted was to break your walls. All you ever did was wreck me. I came in like a wrecking ball. Yeah, I just closed my eyes and swung. Left me crashing in a blazing fall. All you ever did was wreck me. Yeah, you wrecked me. I never meant to start a war. I just wanted you to let me in. And instead of using force, I guess I should have let you in. I never meant to start a war. I just wanted you to let me in. I guess I should have let you in. Don't you ever say I just walked away. I will always want you. I came in like a wrecking ball. I never hit so hard in love. All I wanted was to break you up. All you ever did was wreck me. I came in like a wrecking ball. Yeah, I just closed my eyes and swore. Let me crashing in a blazing fall. All you ever did was wreck me. Yeah, you wrecked me. Yeah, you wrecked me.
Party rock! Yeah. Woo! Let's go.
Party rock is in the house tonight. Everybody just have a good time.
Yeah.
And we gon' make you lose your mind. Everybody just have a good time.
Clap.
Party rock is in the house tonight.
Oh,
Everybody just have a good
I
time.
can feel this
And we
tonight.
gon' make you lose your mind.
Yeah.
We just wanna see you
Shake that.
In the club, party rock. Looking for your girl, she on my jock, huh? Now stop when we in the spot. Booty moving weight like she on the block. With a drink, I got to know. Tight jeans, tattoo, cause I'm rock, raw. Half black, half white, diamond now. Gang of money, open up.
Yo, I'm running through these halls like Drano. I got that devilish flow, rock and roll, no halo. We party rock. Yeah, that's the crew that I'm repping on a rise to the top. No lead in our Zeppelin. Hey,
Party rock is in the house tonight. Everybody just have a good time.
yeah.
And we gon' make you lose your mind. Everybody just have a good time.
Let's go.
Party rock is in the house tonight. Everybody just have a good time.
Feel it,
And we
man.
gon' make you lose your mind. We just wanna see you.
Shake that.
Every day I'm shuffling. Shuffling.
Step up fast and be the first girl to make me throw this cash. We get money, don't be mad. Now stop. Hating is bad. One more shot for us, another round. Please fill up my cup, don't mess around. We just want to see you shaking up. Now you home with me. You're naked now.
Get down, put your hands up to the sound. Get up, get down, put your hands up to the sound. Get up, get down, put your hands up to the sound. Put your hands up to the sound. Put your hands up to the
Let's go.
sound. Get up, 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 get up. Put your hands up to the sound, to the sound. Put your hands up, put your hands up, put your hands up, put your hands up.
Party rock is in the house tonight. Everybody just have a good time. And we gon' make you lose your mind. Everybody just have a good, good, good time.
Put your hands up.
I can feel it, man.
Put your hands up. Put your hands up.
Shake that.
Every day I'm shuffling.
touchline wrong. I know you get me, so I let my walls come down, down. Before you met me, I was alright, but things were kinda heavy. You brought me to life now. Every February, you'll be my Valentine, Valentine. Let's go all the way tonight. No regrets, just love. We can dance until we die. You and I will be young forever. You make me feel like I'm living a teenage dream. The way you turn me on, I can't sleep. Let's run away and don't ever look back. Don't ever look back. My heart stops when you look at me. Just one touch. Now, baby, I believe this is real. So take a chance and don't ever look back. Don't ever look back. We drove to Cali and got drunk on the beach. Got a motel and built a fort out of sheets. I finally found you, my missing puzzle piece. I'm complete. Let's go all the way tonight. No regrets, just love. We can dance until we die. You and I will be young forever. You make me feel like I'm living a teenage dream. The way you turn me on, I can't sleep. Let's run away and don't ever look back. Don't ever look back. My heart stops when you look at me. Just one touch. Now, baby, I believe this is real. So take a chance and don't ever look back. Don't ever look. I get your heart racing in my skin tight jeans. Be a teenage dream tonight. Let you put your hands on me in my skin tight jeans. Be a teenage dream tonight. I've been here all night, I've been here all day, and boy, you got me walking side to side. I'm talking to you, see you standing over there with your body, feeling like I wanna rock with your body. And we don't gotta
We're here, we're back, it's begun. Welcome to Netherworld Trivia, where the trivia is pop culture themed and you mark your own sheets. We do have some prizes, as our regulars will know, which I'll get to later, but for starters, welcome if you have never played before. As I mentioned, it's pop culture triv tonight. We have 2 rounds of 20 questions. 2 rounds of 20 questions, all pop culture. Mark your own sheets. The one thing I want you to do is submit your final scores at the end of the night, but we will explain that when you need to know. For those of you who love a answer sheet that's very neat and legitimate, there is a link to the answer sheets in the panel below, so you can go and grab that now if you happen to be the scribe of your team. A couple of people in chat were asking, can we play with a team? You absolutely can play with a team, and there aren't even any limits. Just do whatever you want. The only rule is, well, there's a couple of rules, so why don't I go to the rules slide, because that's appropriate. No Googling. That's the key rule, but this is a very trustworthy bunch. Phonetically it still counts, which means you can spell however you like. No answers in chat, that's the big one. We are going to write our answers on the sheet, and then we're going to submit them at the end, but no answers in the chat, just fun chat in the chat. On that note, some people do join in late, and I'm sure we'll get some late people who didn't realize the time or had better things to do for a while, and they might not know that rule. So just politely remind them that that there are no answers in the chat. And of course, we have the lovely Ben here on the Netherworld account playing moderator, and he will come for you if you do some crazy stuff in there. The other thing is, just take a note of that Instagram handle on the rules if you would like to participate in the comic competition this week. It's the only thing that there's a real prize for, which is a $30 venue voucher. Not bad. I can tell you right now, so you can already start, the comic theme for this week. Alas, it is the first week of 7 that it is not COVID-19 related. It's May the 4th be with you, Star Wars. That is our comic theme for the week. So for our drawers, and I know there's a few of you out there, that is the thing that you need to start percolating. May the 4th, happy Star Wars week, everyone. I admit I did sneak in more than one Star Wars question. Here's our last week's comic winner. I know you can't see it normally because they are submitted to me privately at Netherworld Twitch Trivia. So here is our last week's winner. Bit of a cap nod to the great Jacinda. And here are our runner-ups, which were amazing. Admittedly, some of the drawers here were related to the owner of the venue and could not be awarded prizes, but please enjoy their amazing work. Okay, it is time, I think. Oh, actually, this one was great too. It wasn't so much on theme, but it was an awesome comic from Kat referencing the fact that I've been so generously giving the Doctor Who fans Doctor Who questions, and don't worry, there are no Doctor Who questions this week, so no fights can break out. Alrighty, let's do this, I think. Round one. Round one. Question 1, in honor of May 4th. May the 4th be with you. Here we go. Pens at the ready, scribes. Which of the below is not a quote said by Jar Jar Binks in the Star Wars film Saga? Is it A, use the point as well seen, this way, hurry? Is it B, getting very scared and grabbing that Jedi and pa, Misa here? Is it C, Gungans never smile and C&D's Federation? Or is it D, this is gonna be very messy? Which one is fake? I wanted to, Caitlish in the chat has said, say it in his voice, I'm avoiding it because I feel like I won't be able to commit to the fake one, and then you'll know which is the wrong quote, if that makes sense. Because I'll go into the cadence of the film, and then the one that I made up, I'll just fizzle away pathetically. Oh, Brit in the chat, that is a stellar reference. I'd like to put forward a motion of no confidence in the moderator, Ben Nichols. Yes, we need more prequels, love, in our Star Wars trivia, I think. Use the point as well seen. This way, hurry. Getting very scared and grabbing that Jedi den pa, Misa here. Gungans never smile and see in decent Federation. Or, this ain't gonna be very messy. Whilst I am holding up this beer, about to take a drink, let's play ritual. What are we drinking tonight? I'm having a Mosaic Pale Ale from... Damn it, I forgot to write down. Mosaic Pale Ale from... it's on tap here, which is because we're doing takeaways. The bar isn't open. It's delicious. Oh, very nice. We've got some green beacon passion fruit sour. Happiness is a warm gun is churning down on the refrigerated water. We've got coffee. We've got Banks Pale Ale. We've got Moondog. We are a very good local supporter. We're very local supporting in our drinking, I should say. Moving us on, question 2. It's our questionable cosplay every week. The time comes when we ask a question about bad cosplayers. Sometimes the cosplay is better than other times. This is not one of those times. This is bad cosplay in its very epitome. Kicked in the Dick 91 is drinking Panadol. That's an option. I don't judge that. Alright, I won't give any hints for this one. You probably got it. I'm going to move us on. Question 3. Tom Hardy and who have been morphed together in this celebrity mashup? If we're just joining in, don't worry. For round 1, I will go quickly through the questions again at the very end, just in case you missed anything or you got in here late. Steve wants to know where my birthday notice board was. I had a birthday recently and I really wanted to include this video that Vin Diesel's Electric Mayhem edited for me of all their faces singing the song that we all sing together at Christmas at Netherworld Trivia, because it was the best, but it just felt a little bit self-indulgent putting my own birthday message into the notice board, so I didn't do it, but I really appreciated the video that you sent. Alright, who's got this? I got the Guinness guy's got it. I think Happiness is a Warm Gun has maybe got it as well. I think this second celebrity is kind of well hidden in here. It's a good job. It's a bloody good morph job. Alright, thank you, bus driver has it. Very nice. Fellowship with the quiz is feeling good too. Let's move on. Question 4. In Shrek, which 2 animals does Shrek use to make balloon art for Fiona? I will give you 1 point per animal. 2 points. Oh, great tune playing. I might just bump the music up. Let me know if the music's too loud over my voice. But it is Shakira, and this is my karaoke song, so I'd like it to be loud. Okay, nice. We've got Arcade Mick or Mike, who's pretty confident with the Shrek one. Guinness guy's got it. I do love the recreating movies, and I could be persuaded to do a bit of movie recreation. Oh, Kat has some fun trivia. That this scene inspired a whole deviant art kink. Wow, people are creative. I'm here for it. I'm going to move us on. Question 5. I think you can guess 2 animals, even if you can't remember the scene. Sadly, I'm going to have to pause TLC for this next question because it is an audio question. Let's boot the volume. I didn't give you guys a warning last time, and a few people's heads got blown off with a really peaky audio question. So I think this one will be fine, but there's your warning. You might want to start with a quiet volume, but then rev it up. This first audio question is worth 5 points. I want you to identify the 5 villains from their laughs. These are all movie villains. And we're going to have to listen closely. Here we go. Alrighty, don't worry, I will play it a couple of times. We are after 5. Let's do it again.
Woof woof!
Alright, I know that some are easy, some are a bit trickier. I'll admit, I've gone pretty iconic. There's 1 or 2 in there that are slightly more nuanced, but there's definitely some icons in there. We'll play it a couple more times. Here it goes again.
Woof woof!
Someone on chat makes a great point that the sound design and stuff around the laughs does give you some cues. I'm willing to play it one more time if more than a couple of teams want it one more time. I have a feeling, one team looks like Vinny D's got 4 out of 5. Happiness the Warm Gun have got it. Alright, I feel like we don't need to play it again. We've got a bunch of teams that have said we've got it all. Let us move on. Oh wait, no, one person said yes please. Oh, I'm such a sucker for when people ask for it one more time. Alright, here we go, last time.
Woof woof!
Thanks for the question, love. I'll try and do some more movie sampling. Moving on, question 6. Which of the below names matches with this Magic the Gathering card? Is it A, Kozilek, Butcher of Truth? Is it B, Jace, the Mind Sculptor? Is it C, Grand Abolisher? Or D, Khan Liberated? Shout out to the Magic fans who requested a Magic question. I have to say, we got a lot of theme requests last week. Actually more than I have questions in the quiz. So I might not have got to everyone's theme, but I always will try to if you request things. You know what? There's no real segue, but now feels like the right time to, 1, put TLC back on, and 2, tell you a little bit about some news from Netherworld. You've probably seen it on the socials, but if you missed it, as from tomorrow, Netherworld will be open for takeaway food, which is incredible because everyone's asking about it. So it's Thursday, I think it's Thursday through Sunday, but Ben will yell at me if it's actually Saturday. Thursday through Sunday, 3 p.m. to 8 p.m, takeaway food, and the bottle shop is carrying on as well. So for everyone who is craving the vegan goodness, the time has come. it's a click and collect situation. It's not an Uber Eats situation. You can click and collect on Bopple, and if you want to know where to find links to all of that stuff, just go to the Insta and Facebook page for Netherworld. But it's very exciting. We all get to eat our favorite food again. So that's starting tomorrow. And there's a ton of great beer as well that Netherworld's still doing takeaways for. I might move us on. I think the time has come. Question 7. Oh, okay, Subjective 7. Is everyone ready for this week's Subjective 7? For those who are new how this works, I ask a question that is a subjective question, but I would like an objective answer. It's pretty dumb, but I'm trialing this question now in the Twitch space when I don't actually verbally have anyone yelling at me, because I thought it would be a smooth transition. It's my dream to host an entirely subjective trivia, so this is my way of just putting one question in. Here we go. There is a right answer. I need the right answer to get the point. What is the best Grand Theft Auto game? Interesting. You debate that with your team. Oh, Chucky Newt on the chat. Very good question. We talked about the comic theme at the start, but if you missed it, our comic competition theme for this week is, of course, May the 4th be with you. It's Star Wars week. So all things Star Wars, feel free to put a COVID twist on it if that's what you're into. But we have had 6 weeks of COVID comics, so happy for us to just break away for a week and do some Star Wars business. So for those of you who are new, you don't have to do this, but the winning comic does get the main prize, which is a $30 venue voucher. Because we don't want to encourage Googling. We haven't got a prize for the winning trivia team, but we do have a prize for the winning comic. So get your pens out, or your MS Paint, or your iPad Pros, or whatever you want to draw on. Give me a Star Wars comic. This goes hand in hand with what we need for Netherworld's comics, which is like we need a monster element, and we need a caption and Star Wars theme. And go forth, as you see, go forth. You have until the end of the night, so you've got a good little while. Oh, but I should say you need to submit your comic through my Instagram. So just send me a message on Instagram or upload it to your story and tag me, and you'll see my handle on one of the slides soon. So don't even worry about it. How are we feeling about Subjective 7? Are we confident that you know what the best Grand Theft Auto game is? I think I am going to move us on to question 8, so make a decision. Alright, Fellowship of the Quiz is feeling good, but Vin Diesel's Electric Mayhem is divided. This is what we want. Unity through division is our ultimate goal with trivia. Question 8. If you're doing the Wade Boggs challenge, what are you doing? Now, I am going to give more points depending on how specific you are. I would like a really specific answer, but there's something that I will still give a point for. I'll just give you more love if you tell me exactly. Interesting. We went with what Emily suggested, Vin Diesel's, for the last question. You know what? I think that's smart because Emily knows her shit. Alright, Jazz Paz all over this one. Again, I'll give you more points if you can be really specific with question 8. I want to know what it is, not where it's from. Alright, this question's proving a little divisive. Hopefully there's a fan somewhere on your team. Don't you just love the cardigans? I do. All right, let's move on. Question 9. So we had after last week's question, we had a lot of requests again for World of Warcraft. So I'm doing the this or that part 2 of World of Warcraft. I would like to know, of these 6 words, which is a World of Warcraft character and which is an IKEA product name. It is worth 6 points if you can correctly indicate what each number is. And I will say it could be half and half, it could be all of one, it could be a random mix. So this is World of Warcraft, this or that part 2. Hopefully the WoW fans are here again tonight. Oh, Scott in Canada. I think I missed that you tuned in. Welcome. Welcome, sleepy boy. I hope Canada is treating you well today. Wow. We've got Setsu Design, 6 out of 6. That could potentially push your team to the top of the pile for round 1. In case you're not a great reader, I should probably read out the words, shouldn't I? Number 1 is Garrosh, 2 is Khadgar, 3 is Norora, 4 is Varrock, 5 is Nutchtorp, and 6 is Ektorp. Alright, I might move us on, I think. As I always say, you can literally screenshot something if you haven't had enough time on it. Oh, great tune. Feel free to send song requests at me now that I've completely thwarting the copyright rules. I will try and catch them in the chat. Sometimes the chat moves too quickly, but I will try and find them. Question 10, let's move on. Which new Baltimore scene does The Wire Season 3 introduce? Is it A, the seaport system, B, the school system, C, city government, or D, the print media? So for those of you who haven't seen The Wire, every season they kind of focus on a different part of Baltimore or introduce a new kind of institution, societal institution, if you will. Tell me which is Season 3. Okay, I'm excited because we had question 10, which means the next thing up is our mid-round game. And for this, we need to get out our phones, if we have a phone. I should say at this point that although I've talked about the $30 venue voucher for the comic winner, we of course do have a couple of other prizes. We have our special Netherworld pin. So for newbies, you can only get this pin if you win a Netherworld trivia. So what we're doing in isolation is we're giving a pin to the person that one answers the Nicolas Cage question, which is coming later, but also pins to the game winners. And tonight is extra special because as well as the Netherworld trivia winning pin, we have a very awesome Star Wars Mandalorian Baby Yoda pin, which we're also throwing into the winners. We've got this beautiful Star Wars cute little thing for the winners tonight, because of course it is May the 4th week. So, first pins on the table to be won. We are going to play a game. We played it a couple weeks ago, 6 Degrees of Kevin Bacon. It's not my Instagram handle for this one. It's Ben, or the Netherworld's Netherworld Arcade. So you need to get on your hot hands, get your little hot hands onto your hot phone, little something, and get ready to solve a 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon. For those of you who haven't played, basically we're going to give you an actor or celebrity, it's an actor, and you have to connect that actor to Kevin Bacon in no more than 6 moves, and you are allowed to use cast or crew of films. So it's films basically that can be linked through actors or cast crew members to Kevin Bacon. I think we all know how to play. So the first person to message the correct rationale to Ben at Netherworld Arcade will win our first Netherworld Trivia pin and Star Wars Baby Yoda pin. Very exciting. Okay, so are you ready? Because I'm ready, and I'm going to click the thing. I'm going to click the slide, and then you'll know, and it'll all be out there. So if you're not ready, you'll miss your chance. Here we go. In under 6 moves, please connect Zach Braff to Kevin Bacon. Ben's going to be checking these. He'll let me know when something comes through that is legit and wins it. I'll keep this up for another 20 seconds, and then I'm going to move on with trivia whilst you think about this. Okay, distressing news on the chat that MIA is an anti-vaxxer now. Let's hope not. Alright, you keep messaging Ben this. I'm going to move us on to question 11. So to Jimmy Geek, it's not 6 steps exactly. It's as few steps as possible is what you want, but you just can't exceed 6 steps. Alright, let's do it. Question 11. Oh, this is fun. Which I shouldn't say because I wrote it. I want you to put the lyrics in the order they appear in Alanis Morissette's Hand in My Pocket. So, basically I want you to number A, B, C, D 1 to 4 based on where it appears in the song. So it's because I've got one hand in my pocket, and then the first A is, and the other one is giving a peace sign, B, and the other one is hailing a taxi cab, C, and the other one is giving a high five, and D, and the other one is flicking a cigarette. So they're all scrambled. Please tell me the order they appear in Hand in My Pocket for 4 points.
MIA, third world democracy. Yeah, I got more records in the KGB. So, no fun business.
Good. Looks like no one solved Kevin Bacon yet. This is what we like to see. A bit of a challenge. Just a reminder, we're sending these to the Netherworld Arcade, although a couple of people have sent some to me, and I will show him, but do try and send it to Ben. Alright, this question 11 is stumping the culture vultures. Any Alanis Morissettes out there? Well, not, are you out there, Alanis Morissette? Are you playing trivia? Any Alanis Morissette fans out there who are all over this? Alright, Left Hand Pooch has nailed it. Very good. I mean, just guess an order. You might get one right. It's for 4 points though. Cool. Alright, Ben has given me the thumbs up, which means somebody has solved the Kevin Bacon correctly and the fastest and the quickest and all of that. I will let you know who it is when we do answers for round 1. We're going to move us on to question 12 for now. Which of the below is a real Sims 2 expansion pack? So a bunch are made up. One of them is real. Tell me which one the real one is. Is it the Sims 2 Share House, the Sims 2 C19 Isolation, Sims 2 Gap Year, the Sims 2 Hollywood, or the Sims 2 Apartment Life? Which is the real Sims 2 expansion pack? Oh, Kat, I'm sorry that the Alanis Morissette has driven the team apart. The lemon stealing whores will come back from this, I'm sure. Who's been playing Sims? Tell me, who has been playing Sims since Isolation? I haven't, but my housemate is all over that shit every day. Love that. Jimmy Geek. I haven't, but I would lock them inside. See how they like it. EJ, it's great. I love to live the fantasy of owning a house. Amazing. Alright, let's move on. Question 13. In Legally Blonde, yes, we're going there. Why was Brooke, who was the key suspect if you remember, unwilling to provide an alibi in her husband's murder case? Be as specific as you can be, but I will give a point for, I'll give a point for one element of it that you nail. If you don't get the second flourish, that's fine. I'll still give a point for the first. Exercise gives you endorphins. Endorphins make you happy. Happy people just don't shoot their husbands. They just don't. I think Legally Blonde was a request. Well, I think actually all of the themes were a request. So I hope the Legally Blonde fan is across this like a rash. Nice. Gary on the chat can be very specific with this question. That's what I like to hear. Specificity is next to cleanliness. I was going to say godliness, but cleanliness is more appropriate in this current global situation. Culture vultures have got it. I am not surprised. Aliens have got it. Totally isolated aliens. Very good. Very good. Very good. Alrighty. I might just move us on then. Fellowship of the Quiz all over it as well. Very good. Question 14. Despite not physically aging, how old is Cooper at the end of the film Interstellar? Is it A, 74, B, 94, C, 124, or D, 144? So again, doesn't physically age because he goes into the space-time where time moves differently, and he comes back and is technically this crazy age. Caitlish in the chat is correct that he is E, old as balls. Alright, it's a multiple choice. Have a guess. Take a punt. We'll move on. Question 15. And I'm gonna kill Duran Duran for this one, because it is an audio question. Let's have a listen. I know that we have some film score nerds who play trivia every week, so I have brought you a film score question. This one concerns love themes. We're going to listen to 3 scored love themes and identify each couple they were written for. For the full point, you need to say both couples' names. Now, I've just put a little caveat on that, because even though some of the themes aren't called, like, for example, Ron and Hermione's love theme, it might not be called that. It could just be a specific character's theme, but in the context of the movie, it's for romantic purposes, if that makes sense. So don't come at me because it's not technically a couple's theme, because it's just the love theme in that movie. All right? That said, let's enjoy some beautiful scores. I want the couples, not the movies. I want the couples. Just dang beautiful. Don't worry, I am going to play them again. And I will say, I think number 3 is probably the hardest. But I will give you the cryptic clue that's possibly not that cryptic, that there's a reason number 2 bleeds into number 3 effortlessly. There is a reason. Here it is again. So beautiful. I made that a bit longer because I know that some of them you have to get into. Happy to play it one more time if anyone wants it, but probably just that one more. Okay, thank you. Bus driver is feeling confident about this one. Excellent. A reminder that we just want the couple and not the movie. All right, I'm going to go one more time. Here it comes for the last time. All right, very nice. Looks like a bunch of you are feeling confident. Moving on, question 16. This t-shirt merch is for what TV show? This shirt, I think it was Redbubble I got this picture from. I could have got it from somewhere else. Is from what TV show? That's question 16. A couple of people messaged about how to get the Kevin Bacon to us. I can confirm that Ben has confirmed with me that he has confirmed somebody's confirmation and somebody is correct and has won the prize. But if you want to keep sending him stuff, by all means do. I'm going to move us on pretty soon. How are we feeling? We confident here? Got a couple teams feeling good? Yes, happiness is a warm gun. Yep. Very nice. Let's do it. Question 17. What animal is referenced in the lyrics of Nirvana's Smells Like Teen Spirit? Ooh. Sing it now. Get on Facebook, message, or on Zoom if you already are, and sing together. Thank you, good sir. All right, I hold in my hand the winner of the Kevin Bacon that Ben just gave me, and I will go through it when we do answers. Okay. You know what? It's time to turn on the background music because Duran Duran was stopped rudely. Okay, moving us on. Question 18. The Last Dance is a 2020 documentary miniseries about which sport team? Some of you might say this is a sport question, but it's about a documentary miniseries, so it's technically pop culture. And I know that there are a lot of fans of this sport in the Netherworld regular crew. Okay, question 18 is done. I think it is time for question 19. What specifically is this? So I'm going to give a half point for one answer, and if you can tell me exactly what it is, I will give you the full point, and that will all become very clear when we do answers, which is coming up very soon. We've only got one more question for round one, and our Nicolas Cage question, and then we're going to do answers, and we're going to reveal the Kevin Bacon game. And for those of you who have joined in with us a bit late, there is a comic competition, as you probably know. The theme this week is Star Wars, or the May the 4th, because of course on Monday it was May the 4th, and that is Star Wars week, recognized globally. Well, it's Star Wars Day, but I think it extends to the whole week. Okay, question 20, last question of round one. Here we go. Worth 4 points. Identify the celebrity from their RuPaul's Drag Race Snatch Game impersonators. So I want the celebrities that they are impersonating, not the actual drag queens themselves. However, I will give you a bonus point if you can name all of the queens who are doing the impressions. So I want the 3 celebrities that are being impersonated, and I want for a bonus point if you think you can get it, all of the performers, all of the drag queens' names. Nice. Team IBS, I think. What team is Soy Boy on? Soy Boy 69 is all over this one. Someone's asked for the villain laugh again. You know what? Yes, we can play the villain laugh again. Let's do that. Let's do that. I'll give you another couple seconds on this, and then we're going to go to our first Nicolas Cage clue. So for people who have not played before, I will explain now to you what Nicolas Cage clue is all about. You may have noticed the Nicolas Cage behind me. It is a permanent fixture of Netherworld trivia when we do it in venue. But we're going to play the virtual version. I have hidden something inside the cage. It's your job to work out what it is by trying to navigate the clues. Oh, I'm sorry. My favorite Beyonce song just started. So let's just honor that for a moment. Back to Nicolas Cage though. You're trying to get what I've hidden in the cage. I'm going to give you clues, and the quicker you get the answer, the more points you get for it. Because we've only got 2 rounds for Twitch Trivia, it's just 2 clues. If you get it right after the first clue, your team will get 5 points to add onto your final total. If you get it right after the second clue, you can add 3 points to your final total. However, of course, as I mentioned earlier, this is the next opportunity for an individual to win not only the Netherworld pin, but also the special Star Wars pin that we've got going this week. So, you need to get out your phones again, and I know it's confusing because I just made you message Ben at Netherworld Arcade, but send this to me. The Instagram handle is up on the screen, at Arika Blockade. First person individually to make the right guess, if you want to guess after the first clue, will get the 2 pins. Send me a message, whatever you want. Don't worry, I am checking my theme, like my message requests, because I know that you don't immediately see them. Again, it can be cryptic, it can be more obvious, it can be whatever. I could give you literally anything to help to clue you on to what I want. This week it's a character, so you just need to guess me a character across fictional universes. And for the newbies, it's important to note that it doesn't necessarily have to be Nicolas Cage related. Although I am overdue for a Nicolas Cage related one. It doesn't have to be Nicolas Cage related. Sorry, I will turn up the song. Okay, here we go. I hope those rules are good. Get your phones out. I'm about to show you your first clue. This is a character. I'm after a character. Here's your first clue. Regardless of if you don't get it to me first, if your team gets it right after clue 1, you can add 5 points to your team. Here it is. Here's our first clue. Now you can just keep checking, keep texting me stuff. When I get a moment, I will check who's got it to me first. If you do, last week no one got it after the first round, or maybe it was 2 weeks ago, whatever, not important. I am going to now quickly flick back through the answers for for round 1, only because I know a bunch of teams started late. I'm going to be quite quick about this, so eyes on the board, eyes on the game, eyes on the ball, eyes on something, eyes on Jar Jar. Here's question 1. I'm not going to read them out, I'm just going to scoot through them. Here's question 2, question of cosplay. Question 3, celebrity face mash. We got some Shrek, All right. After Shrek, I did promise someone that I'm going to play these again. So I'm going to pause Beyonce, our favorite gal, and I'm going to just play the villain's laughs one more time because I made a solemn promise. Here we go.
Woof woof!
Okay, moving on. Someone's asked where do we send our answer to. Send it to Instagram at Arika Blockade if the lovely Ben, our moderator, doesn't mind posting it again there in the chat. Question 6, Magic the Gathering. 7, Subjective 7, what is the best Grand Theft Auto game? There is a right answer. 8, Wade Boggs. 9, our IKEA / World of Warcraft. Question 10, take a quick screenshot if you know that you need more time than I'm giving you right now. I'm going to scooch through these because I think we're pretty good at this point. Alanis. For those of you who have already have seen all the questions, now is the time to be confirming any guesses with your team because we are going to go straight into answers for round 1. Interesting. Somebody changed one of their answers after we played the laugh again. I'm so curious to see whether that change was correct. Our love themes, I won't play the love themes again, it's quite long. T-shirt merch, Nirvana, Last Dance, This Cool Looking Thing, and our RuPaul impersonators. That's our first cage clue. I haven't had a chance to look yet at a glance. I don't think anyone's guessed it right, but I'll have a look at all the guesses when we just break for a few minutes. But now it's just time to do the answers for the first time. So scribes, take up your pens or your keyboards and prepare yourself. Just to clarify, you are marking your own. You can share your round 1 scores in the chat just for fun, and I only need you to send me the final score at the end of round 2. So here we go. Question 1, it was C. Gungans never smile and C&D's a federation is a made-up quote by me. Didn't happen. Question 2, Donald Duck. I love the Lay's chips in the mouth. That's my favorite. Question 3, it was James McAvoy. James McAvoy was hiding in there with Tom Hardy. Question 4, Frog and a Toad. I'll give you 2 points. Not frog and a toad. Frog and a snake, but if you saw it as a toad, you will get a point for a toad. Frog / toad or snake, 2 points. A couple of people are asking on chat about what the Nicolas Cage clue means, and the point is, it's cryptic. You've got to follow that train of thought down many routes and see if any are fertile. Okay, let's listen to this. Let's listen to our villains. I'm excited about this. Let's up the volume. Here we go. I will show you the names on the screen, don't worry.
Woof woof!
Very nice. Someone's got 5 out of 5. Super impressive. Here are our characters. I'm not going to give any half points for their movies. I'm going to be a bit strict with this one just because it was worth so many points. I needed the characters for the point. 5 in total. Bloody well done if you got anything above 3. I'm going to throw Beyonce back on for the time being. And let's move on. Question 6. It was C, the Grand Abolisher. That was the Grand Abolisher card. Question 7. Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. Well done if you accurately debated that one. Grand Theft Auto San Andreas is the answer. Oh, we've got some love for Vice City on the chat, but I'm here to tell you you're wrong. No points for Vice City. I know the haters have a loud voice, but did anyone agree and get San Andreas? Do let me know. Nice, the Lemon said San Andreas. Awesome, they're going 100% so far. Alright, so the wakeboard challenge is of course a reference to It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. It's technically trying to drink more than 70 beers on a flight. I think, and I'm just making this up on the fly, but if you said exactly that, you got the 70 part, and on the flight, I'm happy for you to take 2 points for that. If you essentially got it, like trying to drink more than 100 beers, or if you got something that's like really close in essence, you can have 1 point. If you got this specifically, you can have 2 points. So 2 points if you got this exactly. If you got it in essence, about trying to drink a certain number of beers, you can have 1 point. Question 9 for 6 points. Garrosh is wow. Khadgar is also World of Warcraft. Norora is IKEA. And Varrock, wow. Natchtorp and Ektorp, both IKEA. So we need to connect the right thing to the right number. 6 points all up. Very good job. Oh my god, 169 people are watching. Oop. Question 10. City government. Well done if you got it. It was the political season, or C. Alright. Moving on. Question. Oh, okay. No. What we're going to do. Ben, the wonderful Ben, has assessed all of your Kevin Bacon entries. So the person that I read out is going to be sent the Netherworld pin and also our Baby Yoda pin. So I will say, I'll start first with the winner, and then I'll do a little mention. The winner we had from Kerry from Thank You Bus Driver at Kerry Restante. I have always said your last name that way, and I'm sorry if that's wrong. So Kerry from Thank You Bus Driver, you are the winner of the Kevin Bacon. Got it in quickest. It was Zach Braff, Garden State, Natalie Portman, Annihilation, Oscar Isaac, X-Men Apocalypse, and then Jennifer Lawrence connects to X-Men First Class, which connects to Kevin Bacon. Very nicely done, Kerry. I do want to just say that the shortest that we got was Zach Braff, Garden State, Peter Skarsgård's Black Mass, Kevin Bacon, and that was from ID Hinchcliffe? LD Hinchcliffe. I think that's Rude Dudes Full of Shoes. So well done. That was the shortest, but Kerry, you are the winner. Okay, moving us on. Question 11 is worth 4 points. It was 1C, 2D, 3A, 4B. So, and the other one is giving a high five. That was number 1. And the other one is flicking a cigarette. That was verse number 2. And the other one is giving a peace sign. That was number 3. And hailing a taxi cab was the last. Does anybody else love this Bloom of Faith song as much as I do? Or am I out here on my own? Good job if you got 4. Very impressive. I'm glad you know your Alanis. Question 12. Sim's apartment life was the real one. The rest were made up. Glad to hear Fellowship of the Quiz is into this song. Nice, we got some love for Colin Faith. Alright, question 13. She was getting liposuction. I'm happy to give just getting liposuction the point. If you happen to add in the flourish, it's because she didn't want to admit she was getting liposuction because she owns a fitness empire. And that's brilliant specificity. But I will give just getting liposuction the point for question 13. Question 14, it was 124. Cooper was 124 at the end of Interstellar. The doctor says it in his assessment. Steve from Vin Diesel said you said be specific. Okay, you know what? You're right. I'm going to go back to question 13. If you kept the detail in about she was getting liposuction and was embarrassed because that kind of unraveled her career as a fitness guru, you can have a secondary point. So I'm going to give 2 points for the more specific answer because I did harp on about it and you're right. And that's a fair call. And I will pay my bills. Okay, 124. Oh, shit. Excuse me. Question 15. Number 1 was Bella and Edward for 1 point from Twilight. 2 was, of course, Han and Leia from Star Wars. 3, Indiana Jones and Marion Ravenwood. Another John Williams score. Very well done. I am not going to give you a... Okay. No, actually I will. If you only got the movies or the franchises, you can have a half point because that was hard. So if you got Raiders of the Lost Ark but didn't remember the names or anything, you can have a half mark. So enjoy those points. And really well done if you got Indiana Jones and Marion Ravenwood. That's incredible. Alright, question 16. It's Rick and Morty, Anatomy Park. Very well done. Oh, cool. Someone got Raiders of the Lost Ark. Very nicely done, Vinny D. Question 17. It's a mosquito. Mosquito is referenced in Smells Like Teen Spirit. Question 7. No, we did 17. Question 18. It's the Chicago Bulls. I know we have huge NBA fans at Netherworld Trivia, and it's the only time I've broken my own rule to ask kind of sport questions is when 3,000 people request NBA questions from me. Question 19. This is the Palme d'Or Trophy. I will give you a half point if you said Cannes Film Festival Trophy, but I needed Palme d'Or for 1 point, and I fully expect Culture Vultures to have got this one, because I know that they are across their film festivals. Very nice, we're doing great. A bunch of teams got this one. Our last question is worth 4 points because I'm giving you 1 bonus point for all of the drag queens' names. But A was Caitlyn Jenner, B was Bjork, C was Barbara Streisand. And if you manage to get Trinity the Tuck Taylor, Katja and Manila Luzon, if you said all of those queens' names, you can have 1 point. It's okay, I'm happy if you didn't get last names or if you just said Trinity or you said the Tuck or whatever. That's fine, as long as you got something of their names, you can have the bonus point. And good job. Okay, I am going to check as soon as we go on break here to see if I've got anything from the Nicolas Cage clue yet. Don't forget, even if you didn't get it to me individually, it's still worth 5 points if you get it right at the end of this round. Spend this time debating, but also you do need to add up your points for round 1. Let us know what you got in the chat so we can see how we're doing. I would love to know. We're going to have a very quick break, 7 minutes to be precise, just for everyone to have a wee and to get more drinks and to scratch your back, and also for me to have a look so far at our comics and all the things. We'll be back very, very soon.
You said that you could let it go, and I wouldn't catch you hung up on somebody that you used to know.
You didn't have to cut me off. Think like it never happened, but we were nothing. Now I don't even need your love, but you treat me like a stranger, and I feel so rough. You didn't have to stoop so
don't even gotta try. I like shot a nigga better over time. They just say I'm not the baddest bitch, you lie. It ain't my fault that I'm out here getting loose. Gotta blame it on the goose. Gotta blame it on my juice, baby. It ain't my fault that I'm out here making news. I'm the put it in the proof. Gotta blame it on my juice. Yeah, 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 yeah. Blame it on my juice. Blame it on my juice. Yeah, 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 yeah. Blame it on my juice. Blame it on my juice. No, I'm not a snack at all. Look, baby, I'm the whole damn meal. David, you ain't being slick. Don't dare try to cop a feel. The juice ain't worth the squeeze if the juice don't look like this. Hold up, nigga, please don't make me have to take your bitch. Shit. If I'm shining, everybody gonna shine. I was born like this, don't even gotta try. I like shot a nigga better over time. Heard you say I'm not the baddest bitch, you lie. It ain't my fault that I'm out here getting loose. Gotta blame it on the goose. Gotta blame it on my juice, baby. It ain't my fault that I'm out here making news. I'm the put it in the proof. Gotta blame it on my juice. Yeah, 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 yeah. Blame it on my juice. Blame it on my juice. Yeah, 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 yeah. Blame it on my juice. Blame it on my juice. Somebody come get this man. I think he got lost in my DMs. What? My DMs. What? You better come get your man. I think he wanna be way more than friends. What? More than friends. What you want me to say? It ain't my fault that I'm out here getting loose. Gotta blame it on the goose. Gotta blame it on my juice, baby. It ain't my fault that I'm out here making news. I'm the put it in the proof. Gotta blame it on my juice. Yeah, 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 yeah. Blame it on my juice. Blame it on my juice. Yeah, 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 yeah. Blame it on my juice. Blame it on my juice. Yeah. If you don't wanna see me, did a full 180, crazy, thinking about the way I was. Did the heartbreak change me? Maybe, but look at where I ended up. I'm all good already, so moved on. It's scary. I'm not where you left me at all. So if you don't wanna see me dancing with somebody, if you wanna believe that anything could stop me, don't show up, don't come out, don't start caring about me now. Walk away, you know how. Don't start caring about me now. Aren't you the guy who tried to hurt me with the word goodbye? Though it took some time to survive you, I'm better on the other side. I'm all good already, so moved on. It's scary. I'm not where you left me at all. So if you don't wanna see me dancing with somebody, if you wanna believe that anything could stop me, don't show up, don't come out, don't start caring about me now. Walk away, you know how. Don't start caring about me now. Don't stop now. I'm not where you left me at all.
Okay, we're back. Ben and I just having a little chat, but this week I didn't not mute myself. And I mean, I appropriately muted myself, so you didn't have to hear our private conversation, even though I know you all enjoyed it last week. Let's have a look at some scores. I saw Fellowship of the Quiz got 36, huge score. Super Nintendo Chums on 35, very close. Is Fellowship of the Quiz the most so far? Let me just scroll back up. Just trying to find my way. 34, another really big score. I think Fellowship of the Quiz is currently leading the pack on 36. Let me know if I'm wrong, but that's the vibe I'm getting. Nicely done, companions. Let's move on. I can confirm, unless you just sent me the right thing, I haven't been sent the correct Nicolas Cage yet. I'm getting really creative answers, but I haven't been sent the right one, just to help you on your way. You'll get a second clue at the end of this round. Here we go. This or that. Is furnunculus a Harry Potter spell or part of human anatomy? $50-50. Have a guess, baby. Is anyone else super into Normani? Because I am, and I love this song. Question 22. This is the 2 points. Which Pixar film was the first to be nominated for the Best Animated Feature Oscar? And a bonus point. Which was the first Pixar film to win the Best Animated Feature Oscar? 2 points. First to be nominated, first to win. Pixar films. Thank you to the 2 people that have sent me comics so far. The Star Wars love is bringing out your best work, I think. For those of you who are just joining in, our comic theme is Star Wars because it was May the 4th this week. Okay, I might move us on. Question 23. Oh, thank you for a few teams requested Mad Men, actually, this past week. So here we go. Lucky Strike, it's blank. Fill in the missing word from the campaign tagline that we first see Don Draper and the team tackle in the pilot episode of Mad Men. So this is the first campaign that we see Don get old Don Draper on. Do we remember the word that finishes the slogan? Don's brilliant idea. Very nice. Thank you, bus driver. It's all over it fast out of the gate. Culture Vultures have it as well. I'm just queuing up songs and people are requesting songs. If there's something that you would like to hear, we've stayed in a pop space tonight. Last week was like retro the 90s. We've been very poppy, but I'm open to a mood change if you want to request a song. I'm going to move us on to question 24. In the meantime, Halloween heist in Brooklyn Nine-Nine's 4th season? Nine. I want a character who won the Halloween heist in season 4. Thank you for the requests. I am queuing them up right now. Alright, let's move on. Question 25. I'm sorry to cut off Robin, who is an absolute fave, but we have a reverse song to listen to. Tell me the pop song, I want the artist behind it, and I want the name of the song. Alright, artist and song title, please. I'm going to play it one more time. Okay. Anyone want that one more time? I think we only probably need a couple of listens. A few people have already got it. Oh, I think we're good. We're going to move on. Back to Robin. Oh, okay, no, I'm taking it back. I can't not play it again if you need it. It's like a puppy out in the rain. Alright, we're done. I won't play it again, I promise. Let's move on to the next question, which is 26. Ooh, went one too far. Alrighty, I would like to know what is missing from this list. The list doesn't have any context, but that's the first thing you need to work out. What is missing from this list? What you have is Curly Sue, Uncle Buck, she's having a baby, planes, trains, and automobiles, Ferris Bueller's Day Off, The Breakfast Club, and 16 candles. What is missing from the list? Grace in the chat, I absolutely will marry you. Sorry, I was going to do it in Scottish and I just don't have the faculties for that. Oh, I love this Drake song. Just for the chat, there is only one thing missing. I'm only missing one thing from this list. What I need to work on the Scottish. What is missing? Curly Sue. Uncle Book. She's having a baby. I don't know what I'm doing. That was weird. That was a weird little accent moment. Let's move on. Question 27. What is the radio frequency of our local 4ZZZ? Oh no, I put one too many Z's up there. 4ZZZ. What is the radio frequency to our fans of local radio, of which Netherworld is? Thank you. I am getting some lovely comics in. I've got 4 or 5 now. You do have until the end of this round, though, if you haven't quite finished. Don't stress. Ooh, pop cultists are not loving round 2, but maybe there is a question for you just around the river bend. And if only question 28 was Pocahontas themed, that would have been a seamless transition, but it's not. These 80s paraphernalia are designed for what purpose? You could probably use them for many things, but I would like the specific thing that they were designed for. A Poco Trout, love that. Do you want what the marketing would say or how I use them in my special time? Let's go with what the marketing would say, but if it was in person and I was marking the sheet in the flesh, I would say tell me your special use, because that would bring me joy to know. But I will never be able to see your sheet in this moment, so we might save that one until when we're back in person in this room. Okay, I'm going to move us on to question 29, maybe. Just maybe. I'm just thinking about it. I'm just thinking about moving us on. Like, no stress, no pressure. Who's going to order Netherworld food this weekend? Let's all talk about what we're going to order. I think you probably did this earlier when I wasn't paying attention. Gnome nugs, I hear you say. Sadly, my all-time favorite Netherworld dish is no longer, which was the Sasquatch bowl. Absolutely would kill, I was going to say a puppy, but that seems wrong. I would kill something for the Sasquatch bowl every day. Just as a reminder, the menu is going to be live from 3 p.m. to 8 p.m. So you can take away from tomorrow, Thursday through Sunday. The food is back, baby. 3 p.m. to 8 p.m. It is click and collect on Bopple. So it's not an Uber Eats situation. Pop in, grab your dinner, grab your takeaway beers. It's going to be a delight. Alrighty, let's move on. Question 29. Green Day. I know that we've got Green Day fans because people requested it. So take the photographs and still frames in your mind, hang it on a shelf in good health and good time. What is the next line in this Green Day song, Good Riddance? Is it A, tattoos of memories and cheap red wine? B, tattoos of memories and dead dreams on file? C, tattoos of memories and dead skin on trial? D, tattoos of memories and fake time trials? Or E, tattoos of your mum on your bum? What is the real next line of this Green Day song? Oh yes, Jacqueline_W on the chat reminding me that the Burgatory exists. How could I forget? It's a fave. I will be getting a Burgatory as well. Another fun thing, obviously we've got the takeaway menu happening all weekend, and we've got the bottle shop, but as per COVID code, there is another 2-Bit Movie Club happening on Friday. I hope you've been tuning in, they've been amazing, where Ben and Ben of 2-Bit Movie are hosting a special thing. I think it's just the one Ben this Friday from 7 p.m. and is hosting something particularly special. It's this time machine retro clip show. He is going to be showing retro Futurama clips. So basically little clips from the 30s and 40s and times gone by of how the future was represented in pop culture back in the day. So that's going to be the curated kind of film festival that 2-Bit Movie is doing on Friday, which is going to be awesome, from 7 p.m. So if you have nothing to do, which you don't, tune in, grab yourself some takeaway Netherworld, and enjoy vintage Futurama. I'm going to move us on to question 30, I think. Hopefully you've chosen one, and also clocked my reminder that it's Mother's Day this weekend, and even if you don't believe in Hallmark holidays, send your mum a text. If you have one. Question 30. Before or after? Did Game of Thrones premiere before or after Instagram was launched? This is just about getting your timelines right in your noggin. Oh my goodness, somebody has foolishly revealed to me on the chat that it's their birthday this Saturday, and you know what that means? We're all gonna sing Heather happy birthday in your house. Please feel this hack-locked in your house. We're all going to do a rousing chorus of happy birthday for Heather. On your marks, get set. Wait, I'll just pause, get lucky. On your marks, get set. Happy birthday to you. Doo-doo-doo. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Heather. Happy birthday to you. Hooray! 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 Have a wonderful birthday on Saturday. You can be nursing your hangover from when you enjoyed Ben's Retro Futurama clip show. Let us move on, I think. Hopefully No, I'll give you a couple more seconds because I did just distract you whilst you were supposed to be answering question 30. Has anyone learned any fun facts this week? I just feel like I haven't. Beyond trivia writing. Any just crazy world facts? I did listen to a podcast that explained how the first person who realized that you needed to wash your hands came to be, a Radiolab episode. Amazing stuff. It was this doctor in, I think, the early 1900s or the 1800s. I'm not sure. Obviously can't remember much of it. But he was this doctor who was delivering babies, and this hospital had incredibly high mortality rates, and women and their newborns kept dying. And this bothered this doctor, so he was the first person to try to work out why the mortality rate was so bad. And so he did all this research, and he cross-referenced the information from the hospital, and he found that the nurses who were delivering babies, their babies died at a much slower rate. Like, there was less numbers of deaths when the nurses delivered the babies over the doctors. And he worked out, because he was a smart and analytical fellow, that the one difference was that the doctors, because it was a teaching hospital, the doctors were going to a birth from a dead body, from a cadaver, where they were practicing surgeries, and they weren't washing their hands, obviously, because that wasn't a thing. And so they would go and deliver a baby, and then the bacteria that they passed on without washing their hands to the mother would then kill the mother. very dark story, but really interesting. So he worked it out, and they didn't even have a word for germs or bacteria at this point, and so he called them cadaver particles. He was like, the cadaver particles are infecting the women, and that's why they're dying. And from that, he was like, what we're going to do is, before we do a birth, we're going to dip our hands in bleach, and that's going to kill the cadaver particles. And as soon as they started doing that, like 100% of the birth death stopped. And then he was a bit manic, and then he started like telling all the other hospitals to do it, but he was also calling them all murderers and stuff, so no one listened to him. And he actually ended up dying quite unhappy, which is a sad story. And then somebody else popularized it because they were a bit more diplomatic. Either way, fascinating story. That's what I learned this week. Glad to see that there's some Radiolab on the chat. I'm going to move us on now. That was a long time to spend on question 30. Question 31. In the Elder Scrolls 5 Skyrim, the Thalmor are devolved descendants of which advanced race? Is it A. Altmer, B. Snow Elf, C. Dunmer, or D. the Mage? Ooh, so people in the chat are recommending a lore episode about the same topic of the guy that invented hand washing. I haven't ever listened to any lore, so that's a great recommendation. I will listen. Where are my Skyrim fans? Are we across this one? Okay. Kat has another great recommendation if you're looking for something to do in isolation. It's Ask a Mortician on YouTube, and they've got all this interesting death facts. Ask a Mortician, that's cool. Okay, let's move on. This is a multiple choice. Just choose one. Question 32. In Howl's Moving Castle, you're all going crazy for Miyazaki. I'm getting so many Miyazaki requests. In Howl's Moving Castle, which color on Howl's portal door leads to the waist? Is it A, blue, B, red, C, green, or D, black? Thank you. Thank you, Bus Driver requested this and a couple of other teams. Hopefully we remember. Howl's Moving Castle, great film. 10 out of 10 Miyazaki. Which color on Howl's portal door leads to the waist? Ooh, we've got huge love for Ask a Mortician on the chat. This is good. We can do like trivia, and then we can all give each other suggestions. What a cute little community we're all participating in. Thank you for those who are sending me theme requests, by the way, over Instagram. I am queuing them up, and hopefully we get to everyone's songs before trivia finishes. Alright, take a punt. Question 33. Let's move on. I want you to name each of these fictional cities. I am going to give you a half point if you can't remember the name of the cities, but you guess the film correctly, or the film franchise correctly. But if you name the actual cities, this is for 3 points. Okay, I've got some more comics coming in. Thank you. How are we doing with our fictional cities? Let me know. Need more time with this one? Ooh, Guinness Guy. Culture Vultures have 2 out of 3. One of them is eluding you. As I said, I'll give you a half point if you get the film or franchise right, so take a guess. I realize that they all kind of look nondescript like each other, but there is an answer that I want. There is, indeed. Ooh, thank you, bus driver. 3 out of 3. Very good. A couple more seconds and then I'm going to move us on. Remember, if you are on the tip of your tongue or the toes of your feet or the something else, insert analogy here, take a screenshot because you can do that in Twitch Trivia and you can keep mulling as we move on. Russell Crowe has 3 for 3. Very good. Checking in on our current leaderboard contenders, Fellowship of the Quiz. How are we feeling about this one, Fellowship? Is tonight the night, or do we have a silent team that's about to come and snatch away the victory in round 2? Okay, I think the time has come. I know that it's a bit tricky. Have a guess. I'm going to move us on to question 34. It's a this or that. Is Sharon Bird an Australian politician or a character from Home and Away? Aussie Polly or Home and Away character? You tell me. I mean Smart on the chat makes a very good point of who cares. I'm not sure who cares, but we're here and we're doing it. And it was a beautiful day today. All right. I'm going to move us on. Question 35. Which celebrity released this perfume and what is it called? For 2 points. I want the name of the perfume and I want the celeb who put their people on it to create it. Nice, totally isolated aliens are all over this one. IBS have got it as well. Very good. Okay, question 36. Let's do it. What is the pink flavor Zupa Duper? I would like the name of the pink flavor Zupa Duper. Again, this is going to come under the marketing and advertising banner of pop culture. We did have, actually, this is my favorite theme request. Somebody requested tuck shop items for Australian kids, and I appreciate that you have enough respect for my creativity that you requested such a specific theme. So I'm going to call it pop culture and ask you about Super Dupers. Alright, Culture Vultures have got it. We've got Nerdy Living. Thank you, Bus Driver have got it. So have the Lemon Ceiling Whores. Very nicely done. Oh, everyone's loving the tuck shop question. Maybe I should just do a food trivia. Actually, food trivia is really fun. Food trivia is really fun to write. And alcohol trivia, like cocktail ingredients. Oh my goodness! Steph from Pop Cult has requested this, and it's her birthday next Wednesday. Okay, that's so fun. I'm writing that down. We're all gonna sing Steph happy birthday next Wednesday. I need to write this down somewhere. I'm gonna put it in my notes. I'm loving all the Taurus energy out there, as a Taurian myself. Alright, this is a great song, and I'm gonna move the song. Question 37, a little bit trickier, and I like to think of this as my honorary salute to 2-Bit Movie Club Time Machine. What are the names of the ghostly trio from Casper and the Friendly Ghost? Now, if you never watched the vintage Casper cartoon, that's fine, because I want 3 names, but there are 5 options that I will accept. And that is because the Casper cartoon over the years have been a bit fluid with the names, and there's been at least 5 names that they've given to the ghostly trio, and some of them are the same as the Casper, the 1995 great Casper movie with Christina Ricci and Devon Sauer, heartthrob. But of the 5 names that existed in the vintage Casper cartoon and the movie, I just want 3. Oh my goodness, so many birthdays happening next week. And Vin Diesel's Electric Mayhem have 3 ghosts. That's incredibly impressive. This is a hard question. Oh, okay. Vin Diesel's Electric Mayhem think they have all 5 names, and I am endlessly impressed. Although I am still only going to give 3 points. I just want 3 names, 3 points. I'll give you a few more seconds. A couple more seconds, and then we'll move on. I'm just going to check and see if I've got any comics come in. Oh, yes, we do have a very fine comic. A very fine comics come in. That's lovely. You've only got maybe 15 more minutes to finish those comics, so now is the time. I don't know if this is real, but Okidoka on the chat just said, shout out to team leader of Rude Dudes who gave birth to triplets last week. I can't tell if that's a joke, but really well done if it's not. Glad that there's some Wafia love. I love Wafia. Great artist. Let's move on. Let's move us on. Question 38. Is it true or false that Nicolas Cage has been confirmed to play Joe Exotic in the scripted series based on the Tiger King Netflix documentary. Is that true or false, or is that some Arika BS? You tell me. If it's true that Rude Dude's Full of Chew just had triplets, I want photos, I want a notice board page entirely dedicated to that. Please send me photos of your triplets so I can put it on the notice board. That's the biggest news that we've had in 4 years, triplets. Alright, question 39. What model and generation of iPod is this? Is it A, the mini second generation? Is it B, the classic third gen? Is it C, classic fourth? Or is it D, nano first? That T in the second should be an N. Mini, classic, nano. Tell me what generation of iPod this is. Ignore the typos. I'm forever a professional. Oh, it's question 40. We're up to our last question. How devastating. Thank you for those who have submitted comics. You still have a little bit more time. I'm going to move us on to question 40, our last question of the night. It is worth 3 points. It is our tagline feature. Tell me these comedy films from their taglines. I did a comedy tagline maybe 3 or 4 weeks ago, but I have very deliberately tried to make this a little bit more difficult. So I want 3 comedy taglines. These ones are kind of vague, which makes it hard, but have a guess. Number 1, Love is in the Hair. Number 2, An Epic of Epicness. And number 3, from the brother of the director of Ghost, which is my favorite. Tell me the 3 comic films, and I will give you 3 points. I can confirm, because we're about to see the second and last Nicolas Cage clue, I can confirm that nobody has correctly guessed the Nicolas Cage Cage. It was a bit removed, but also I think you'll kick yourself when you see it. Just my personal thoughts. Oh, Aqua Barbie Girl, amazing song. Did anyone see Aqua when they came to Brisbane last year? Oh my goodness, Grace from Vin Diesel's Electric Mayhem did go see Aqua. That's amazing. And a Poco Trout as well. Very good work, guys. Alright. I'll give you 20 more seconds, and then I'm going to move us on to the last and second and last Nicolas Cage clue. Alright, sadly the Aqua Brisbane concert story has taken a turn for the worse, because apparently Poco Trout on chat is saying that Renee, the male singer, was openly inviting groupies back to his hotel. Okay. Gary with the O's is still debating the comedy tagline. Okay, well, take a screenshot if you need. I'm going to move us on to our last Nicolas Cage clue, and I've got my phone ready because I think guesses are going to come flooding in after this next clue. As a reminder, nobody has guessed it correctly. This is the clue. You are playing for 2 pins, a Star Wars pin and a Netherworld trivia pin, but you're also playing for 3 points, which I assume no team has got yet. So If you get it after this, you can have 3 points. Here we go. I want a character, baby. Don't disappoint me. That's your next clue. My phone is at the ready. Oh, and I have a winner. I have a winner indeed. Well done, but reminder, it's still worth team points, so have a think with your team. But the winner is locked in. Take the next 20 seconds to discuss Nicolas Cage, and then I am going to do the answers for round 2 and judge the comic competitions. So you've got a couple more minutes, my lovely drawers, to send me your comic. The comic winner does receive a $30 Netherworld venue voucher, which is suddenly relevant because we now have takeaway food. Actually, off-screen, Ben, can we use the vouchers when we come in to buy takeaway? For the beer or the food? We can use the vouchers? Yes, you can. So if you win this $30 venue voucher, you can pop down to your favorite local venue and get some dinner. Alright, I think I've blabbed for, that's 20 seconds, so I'm going to move us on to our answers. I'll just make sure I haven't gotten any new comics. Scribes, ready your pens. The answers are coming shortly. Alright, here we go. Round 2 answers. It was a Harry Potter spell. So 1 point for Harry Potter spell for question 21. Question 22. 1 point for Monsters, Inc. Monsters, Inc. was the first to be nominated, and Finding Nemo was the first to win. Very, very well done if you got those two. That's quite tricky. Monsters, Inc. and Finding Nemo. Question 23. Toasted. Lucky Strike, it's toasted. That was the Mad Men marketing campaign. Question 24. Gina won the Halloween heist in season 4 of Brooklyn Nine-Nine. $25. It is Mark Ronson's Nothing Breaks Like a Heart. I'm gonna be cruel, and you can come for me if you want, but I wanted Mark Ronson, not Miley Cyrus, because it's Mark Ronson's song. It features Miley Cyrus. Half a point for Mark Ronson, half a point for Nothing Breaks Like a Heart. And well done if you got that. Question 26. Weird Science was missing. This list is all of the films that John Hughes directed. Amazing films, amazing back catalogue. Weird Science was the film that was missing. Well done if you got it. Question 27. 102.1 FM. 102.1 FM. That is the 4ZZZ radio frequency. Well done if you know your radio so well that you got that. Alright, question 28. Shirt clips. These are shirt clips from the 80s. I realize that you might have described them in a different way, but if you've fundamentally written their purpose down, you can have a point. Those cute little tuck your shirt up, hold it in place. In the early 2000s, the shirt clip just became an ugly knot that you would tuck behind your shirt or in the front. But the 80s nailed it with the shirt clip. Question 29. It's C, tattoos of memories and dead skin on trial. C was the next line of Good Riddance. Don't forget to text your mum on Sunday. Question 30. It was after. Game of Thrones was 2011 and Instagram was launched in 2010. So after is the answer we wanted. I think on the chat, Guinness Guy said, I assume of the 80s clip question, it was To Be Worn. I'm not going to give To Be Worn any points, I'm sorry. Just a smidge too vague, but I appreciate you asking. Question 31. It was the Snow Elves, our Skyrim Falmer creatures, are descendants from B, the Snow Elves. Question 32 was the green. The green on Hal's portal door leads to the waste. Very good job, my Miyazaki fans. Question 33. I wanted the full point for the name of the city, and I was going to give you a half for the franchise or film. So A was Zion from The Matrix, B was the capital from Hunger Games, and C was Coruscant, Star Wars. That was our last Star Wars question. I did lean a bit into Star Wars this week, just because it's not May the 4th every day of the year. So 1 point for Zion, 1 for capital, 1 for Coruscant. Half easy if you got the franchises, and very well done if you did. Question 34, here it comes. It's an Australian politician, even though, yes, I know you don't care. It was an Aussie Polly. Question 35, 1 point for Curious, 1 point for Britney Spears. 1 point for Curious, 1 point for Britney. 2 points in total. Question 36, Fairy Floss. Pink flavor is Fairy Floss. I assume you all got it. Well done if you did. Fairy Floss is the answer. Love the tuck shop request. If you're wondering how to request themes, then you do so when you submit your final scores, but we'll talk about that later. Here are the 5 names that I will accept. It is only worth 3 points, so even if you only did 5 names, even if you did do 5 names, it's still only worth 3 points. So Lazo or Lazo, Fusso, Fatso, Stinky, and Stretch. Those are the 5 names that the Ghostly Trio have been called across their multi-platform representations over the years. Vintage cartoon and the 1995 film included. Only 3 points available here, even though Vin Diesel, you got 5 out of 3. Question 38. It's true. Even though it's a parody of itself, it's true. Nick Cage, our very own Nick Cage, is going to be playing Joe Exotic in the Tiger King scripted series. Give yourself a pat on the back. Question 39, it was B, the classic 3rd generation. This model of iPod was the classic 3rd. And our last question, for 3 points, our taglines. 1, Lovers in the Hair is There's Something About Mary. An epic of epic epicness is Scott Pilgrim versus the World. Nicely done. And this one was really hard. Naked Gun, 33 1/3, the final insult. I will give Naked Gun a half point. If you said Naked Gun or you said the wrong Naked Gun, you can have a half point. Really good job if you got 3. Very impressive. We got 2.5. One team's got 2.5. That's not bad. This one was tricky. I was trying to test you. You're all too good. From the brother of the director of Ghost. This just gets me. Alright, add up those points. Are you ready for your Nick Cage reveal? After round 1, so many people guessed Air Bud, which was really, really smart. Also, we had a lot of guesses for the lead character of Weeds, which was also smart. It was a bit of a misdirect because it was a children's film character that I wanted. So if your team said Mrs. Potts after the first round, you get 5 points. If they said it after the second round, you get 3 points. And now is the time for me to reveal the individual who got Mrs. Potts to me the first. And there was a good 10-second lead for this person. So, our Instagram handle is Rob Enduro. ROBENDURO, I believe. Oh wait, no, actually, sorry, Rob Enduro. I think that's the wrong account. I think that is the wrong account. Yes, it is. I'm sorry, Rob Enduro. If you just got really excited, my bad. It was the bearded stunty. The bearded stunty. You have got Mrs. Potts to me first, and you have won a Star Wars pin and a Netherworld trivia pin. The bearded stunty. I will message you to see how we get that to you. Add up your round 2 scores. Round 2 was a bit trickier. This is a key piece of information that you need now. Add your round 1 and 2 together, and then what I need for you is to submit your final score to the Google Forms doc, which is linked in the panels below the video. If you go down to the panels, there is a link to where to submit your final score. Now, that's only if you want to be included on the official leaderboard that we post on the Netherworld Facebook page. You go there, you see who won the night. But also, if you want to request themes, which I know a lot of you do, there's a little box for you to request themes as well on the Google form. So down in the panels, do the maths, tell me what score you got. Some people are having some trouble with the form. I think one team is having some trouble. If you're struggling on your phone, maybe try on a computer, or you can just Instagram me the final score if you want to be included in the leaderboard. That all said, we are going to judge the comic competitions now. If you haven't sent your comic to me, do it now. Ben and I are about to work out who the winner is this week and who is taking home the $30 venue voucher. Enjoy some Madonna. I'm sad that we didn't get to everyone's song requests. We've got a couple more minutes, but I know that there's a bunch of requested songs coming up after Madonna. Let's have a look at these comics. Just give Ben and I 2 minutes to judge them.
It's like an angel sighing. I have no choice. I hear your voice. Feels like flying. I close my eyes. Oh God, I think I'm falling out of the sky. I close my eyes. Heaven help me. When you call my name, it's like a little prayer. I'm down on my knees. I wanna take you there. In the midnight hour, I can feel your power. Just like a friend, you know I'll take you there. Like a child, you whisper softly to me. You're in control, just like a child. Now I'm dancing, it's like a dream. No end.
Okay, all right. We have chosen a comic winner. They were all very, very good. I'll message the comic winner to organize the $30 venue voucher, and I will post the comic winner on the notice board next week so you can all see, because I know when I hold my screen up, you can see nothing. So I'll post up the runner-ups next week as well. But our award for our comic winner this week, I'll describe it and then I will message you individually. But it was a beautiful picture of Jar Jar Binks, and it says Citizen Award for Outstanding Social Distancing. Misa So Lonely. That was great. We loved it. We had a good old chuckle. So if you are the drawer of the Jar Jar Binks Citizen Award comic, I will be messaging you very shortly for all of your details so we can send you prizes. Thank you for drawing my drawers. That was a good week. That was a good strong week. We had an incredible Chewbacca entry as well, but I will show you all of those runner-ups next week. For those of you who haven't already or you missed me before, submit your final scores in the Google form, which is linked below in the panels, and that's where you can also request your comic themes. But that is us for the night. Don't forget that we're doing takeaway food and the bottle shop Thursday through Sunday at Netherworld. You can come and get your favorite snacks again, which is very exciting. And the lovely Ben will be hosting a 2-Bit Movie Club on Friday at 7 p.m. He's going to be playing a bunch of clips, representations of futurism from like the 1930s and 40s pop culture, which is incredible. You're all a delight. It's sad to leave you, Ben and I love you. Have a lovely week. Stay safe out there, everyone. We're going to sign off now with Madonna.